The phone rang at 2:17 a.m. I didn't answer it at first. I already knew who it was. The screen kept lighting up the ceiling, her name, blinking like a warning I had ignored for years. When I finally picked up, I didn't speak. I just listened. She was crying. Not the dramatic kind. The desperate kind that leaks through clenched teeth. "My love, please," she said. "I made a terrible mistake." I stared at the open garage door. The truck was still there, engine ticking as it cooled. Someone else's boxes sat in the back, half covered with a tarp. I said nothing. "He left me," she whispered. "I don't have anyone. Please take me back." Silence stretched between us, long enough for her to start breathing harder. Long enough for hope to sneak into her voice. That's when I spoke. "You should come by," I said calmly. "There's something you need to see." She arrived 20 minutes later. Mascara streaked. Hands shaking. She looked smaller than I remembered. Like regret had eaten pieces of her. She followed my gaze. I pointed toward the truck. "Your best friend Sarah is moving in," I said. She told me everything. Her knees buckled. She grabbed the doorframe to stay upright. I watched her fall apart and felt nothing. It hadn't always been obvious. That was the cruel part. "The betrayal didn't arrive loudly," it whispered. A pause before answering questions. A phone turned face down. Sarah showing up too often. Smiling too easily. They used to joke together while I was in the room. Inside jokes. Shared glances. I told myself I was paranoid. That love requires trust. That was my first mistake. The second was ignoring how my ex-wife talked about me when she thought I wasn't listening. Small comments. Casual disrespect. The kind that slips out when someone believes you're already gone. And Sarah always defended her. "She's stressed," she'd say. "You don't understand her like I do." That sentence stayed with me. Like I do. I started noticing patterns. When my ex stayed late, Sarah's car wasn't home. When Sarah slept over, my ex didn't text me goodnight. Still, I said nothing. I watched. I listened. I waited. Externally, I was calm, predictable, safe. Internally, something cold was assembling itself. I checked phone records late at night. Compared dates, times, locations. I never confronted. Never accused. Accusations warn people. Silence traps them. The night I found the voice note was the night everything shifted. It wasn't meant for me. Her voice was soft, intimate, saying my name. The way she never had anymore, except she wasn't saying my name. She was saying Sarah's. I replayed it 3 times. Then I closed the app and started planning. Because love doesn't die loudly, it dies quietly. And I had decided I would be there when it stopped breathing. I didn't rush. People think revenge is about speed. It's not. It's about timing. Sarah didn't know I knew. That was the advantage. She still hugged me, still called me family, still smiled like she hadn't been feeding on the cracks in my marriage for years. I let her move in. The first night, I listened from the hallway. Their whispers carried through the walls. Familiar, comfortable, like they'd been rehearsing this life long before I stepped aside. My chest stayed quiet. Inside, everything was sharpening. I installed a camera in the garage, told them it was for security. I synced phone backups when they left their devices charging. I read messages that were never meant to be read. Plans, laughing emojis, screenshots of my texts, mocked and dissected. They didn't just betray me. They studied me. Weeks later, I invited my ex-wife over. No anger, no tension, just calm. That scared her more than shouting ever could. She sat on the couch, hands folded, eyes scanning the room like it might accuse her. "I know everything," I said. She shook her head before I finished. Reflex. Guilt always moves faster than reason. I placed my phone on the table, opened the folder. Photos, messages, voice notes, dates aligned like a confession written in numbers. Her face collapsed. Sarah froze. The silence was surgical. "She told me," I continued, nodding toward Sarah. "Every word you said about me, every lie, every night." My ex-wife sobbed, begged, reached for my hand. I didn't pull away. I simply didn't feel it. Sarah tried to speak. I stopped her with a look. Not anger, disappointment. The kind that strips people naked. "I already changed the lease," I said calmly. "You're not on it." Sarah blinked. "What? The truck?" I added. "Your boxes are going to your sisters." She agreed. I stood up. My ex-wife dropped to her knees. "Please," she whispered. "He left me. I have nothing." I looked down at her, really looked. "You had loyalty," I said. "You traded it." I walked to the door and opened it. Cold air rushed in. They didn't follow. I didn't look back. Now the house is quiet. Too quiet. But it's honest. I sleep better. Not because I'm healed, but because I'm awake. They lost more than a relationship. They lost the version of me that protected them. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't break anything. I simply removed myself from the lie and left them inside it.